Right now on News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC, 2 Democrats and 3 Republicans vying to fill John Kerry's open U.S. Senate seat in Massachusetts. Today, that process begins with primary voting.
Plus, the season to ride is here, and there's a lot to keep in mind with more motorcycles on the road.
And we are waking up to cloudy skies and a few scattered showers, but when will the weather improve? I'll let you know coming up.
The News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC starts right now.
Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC.
Hope you're having a good week so far. Good morning, everyone. On this Tuesday, I'm News Center's Christina Arangio. Thanks for joining us.
I am Steve Teeling, and Stephanie Grady is here. Kenny's over in the Weather Center. We've got the Tuesday morning covered for you. That is for sure. A whole lot to talk about. News, weather, international news, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And starting off today with a couple of showers out there, but just wait until you see the 7-day forecast. I have to tease ahead to it, Kenny, because it's just that phenomenal. We'll get to your top stories here in just a second, but first, let's check in with Kenny to find out what's going on in the weather department today.
Well, I'm sorry, because today, not a lot of good. But let's send it over to Christina and Stephanie.
All right, Kenny, thanks so much. Well, today, Massachusetts voters heading to the polls to decide which Republican and Democratic candidates will win their party primaries and go on to run in the state's second special U.S. Senate election in 4 years.
2 Democrats and 3 Republicans are vying to fill John Kerry's open U.S. Senate seat. Of course, he's now Secretary of State. The race to fill the position has been almost completely overshadowed by the Boston Marathon bombings 2 weeks ago and subsequent events. The state's top election official says fewer than 1 in 5 registered voters in Massachusetts could cast ballots in the U.S. Senate primaries.
The Republican candidates include former Navy SEAL Gabriel Gomez, former U.S. Attorney Michael Sullivan, and State Representative Daniel Winslow. The Democratic primary pitting Congressman Edward Markey and Stephen Lynch against one another. All 5 candidates are planning separate campaign night parties. Polls are open from 7 this morning until 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, the Saratoga Race Course will celebrate 150 years of racing this summer. That is a big milestone, and it's going to be celebrated in a very big way throughout the Spa City. The News Center's Nicole Lally is live in Saratoga Springs this morning with details. Nicole, I can already feel the excitement.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We're just about 3 months or so away from the start of the racing season. 150 years. All right, and we're going to get started with it this week. May 1st, these events start. They're going to go through the entire summer. The first day of racing, July 19th at Saratoga. And, of course, the News Center will be there, your summer home for us. We are looking forward to it. And, of course, we'll share some more throughout the morning with the events that are planned with this big 150th anniversary celebration. For now, we're live in Saratoga Springs. I'm Nicole Lally for the News Center on 10 ABC.
All right, Nicole, thanks so much. An important reminder this morning on how to share the road with motorcycles following a deadly accident in Saratoga County over the weekend. A Corinth man was killed when a car collided with his bike near Route 29 and Fish House Road in Galway over the weekend. 3 others were injured, including a 9-year-old boy riding on the motorcycle with him, as well as the 19-year-old woman and 4-year-old boy in the car. Now, tragic accidents like this bring up the question we often ask this time of the year: what are some things that drivers should keep in mind while sharing the road with motorcycles? As the weather gets warmer, more riders, of course, will be getting on their bikes ready to hit the open road. But while on motorcycles, riders have little to protect them against a bigger-sized car. Motorcycle enthusiasts say sometimes drivers aren't paying attention or pull out too fast. Sometimes they really won't see the rider at all.
I have yet to meet a motorcyclist that hasn't had a close call.
Have to be aware of their surroundings, be aware of what's going on, stay off the telephone, stay away from text messaging.
Well, Andrea, who you saw just a moment ago, admits sometimes riders themselves can be going too fast and need to slow down a bit. But both Andrea and Nick hope this summer everyone can share the road and avoid any serious accidents.
New this morning, clergy against mixed martial arts jumping into the New York fight over legalizing the sport and coming to Albany today to lobby against it. A group that includes priests and rabbis heading to the Capitol saying the sensationalized violence of human cage fighting has no place in civilized society. They're urging New York's assembly to continue the ban. The state Senate has passed legislation to legalize and regulate it like most other states.
Governor Cuomo finally speaking out about all the chatter over a possible presidential run in 2016. The governor says there is no truth to speculation that he is talking about presidential politics and strategy. Right now, he says he's only focusing on his 2014 run for a second term as governor of New York State. He also says all the talk about him waiting for former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to make a decision about the White House before he does is simply not true.
Well, there you go. We'll hear more about this.
I think we will a whole lot on
both
that
sides.
topic. Yeah, exactly.
The News Center's Kenny Berg will have the Storm Tracker forecast when we come right back.
And still ahead, the latest details on the Boston bombing investigation as authorities say that they've discovered a new clue that may alter the case completely. We'll keep you posted on that. Of course, you're watching News Center in the morning on 10 ABC.
It is 6:37. We're back in just a moment. And thanks for watching.
6:40 Tuesday morning. Time to get a check of traffic and weather on the 10s with Kenny. A couple of showers, sprinkles out there, but I don't think the roads are all that wet.
Here's 7 degrees for a high, and then all the way through next week, looking good with sunshine and highs in the mid to low 70s. Christina and Stephanie.
All right, Kenny, thanks so much. Now back to our coverage of the Boston bombings. This morning, new details are surfacing in that investigation.
Investigators say they found female DNA on a fragment of the pressure cooker bombs that were used in that attack. Yesterday, they searched the family home of Tamerlan Tsarnaev's widow, Catherine Russell. Sources warn that even if Russell's DNA is found on the pressure cooker, it doesn't prove that she was involved in the preparation of the bomb. She says she was unaware of her husband's plan.
Meanwhile, a judge has appointed a lawyer experienced in death penalty cases to join Dzhokhar Tsarnaev's legal team. Prominent death penalty lawyer Judy Clark will be representing the surviving suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings. The 19-year-old has been charged with using a weapon of mass destruction for the bombings that killed 3 people and injured more than 260 others.
Now to one of the other big stories this morning, a historic move in the macho world of American sports. The first active player in the 4 major team sports has outed himself. Basketball player Jason Collins revealed that he is gay. ABC's Devin Dwyer has the details, including Collins' exclusive interview with ABC News. That's coming up at 7 a.m.
Jason Collins is a powerhouse on the court, a 7-foot, 255-pound NBA center who's made it to the playoffs 9 times. Now he's shattered one of the final barriers in Major League sports, telling Sports Illustrated, "I'm a 34-year-old NBA center, I'm black, and I'm gay." In an exclusive interview with Good Morning America's George Stephanopoulos, Collins says it's mind-boggling that he's the first active player in pro team sports to come out as gay.
You're sort of waiting around for somebody else to, raise their hand, and, I'm ready to raise my hand, but, you still look around like, okay, come on, guys.
Reaction from around the NBA has been mostly supportive. Lakers star Kobe Bryant tweeted, "He's proud of Collins. Don't suffocate who you are because of the ignorance of others."
He's always been a great guy. He's always been a great teammate.
He's a good guy, and I'm certainly praying for him.
But not everyone in pro sports embraced Collins' news. Mike Wallace of the Miami Dolphins tweeted that he doesn't understand. All these beautiful women in the world, and guys want to mess with other guys. The post was later removed.
If he plays another year, that's going to be a defining moment in the NBA or in professional sports, because now you're going to have an openly gay man in a male-dominated locker room.
President Obama personally called Jason Collins to express his support. A White House aide said Mr. Obama was impressed by his courage. First Lady Michelle Obama tweeted, "We've got your back." Devin Dwyer, ABC News, Washington.
And we are continuing to follow support for Jason Collins and his decision to be open about his sexuality. Here's what some other big names had to say about his announcement on Twitter this morning. LA Lakers player Steve Nash had this to say: "The time has come, maximum respect." Former President Bill Clinton tweeted, "I am proud to call Jason Collins a friend." And Spike Lee tweeted, "Jason Collins did a beautiful thing. Be yourself." Jason has this to say in response to his supporters on Twitter: "All the support I have received today is truly inspirational. I knew that I was choosing the road less traveled, but I am not walking it alone."
When we return, we'll check back in with News Center's Nicole Lally. She's covering the kickoff of tourism and racing season in Saratoga Springs, and it is a big year this year, as you know, Stephanie.
Absolutely, celebrating that 150th anniversary. But first, taking a quick look outside. Northway right now near exit 7, traffic moving just fine. You can see that southbound traffic moving a little bit heavier at this moment, but still no problems out there on the roadways. Cloud cover this morning as a couple of showers dot the region. But better days to come. We'll have much more coming up right after this. Stay with us.
You're watching Christina Arangio, Steve Teeling, Stephanie Grady, and meteorologist Kenny Berg. This is News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC. You're watching News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC.
6:49 right now. Welcome back, everyone. I'm News Center's Christina Arangio. The start of summer really just around the corner. Tomorrow's the start of May, of course. Nothing says summer in our area like the Saratoga racing season. And this year, Saratoga's celebrating a very big anniversary. The News Center's Nicole Lally is live in the Spa City with the details on this special anniversary, and a lot being planned for this, Nicole, as you know.
There certainly is, Chris. 7 to 9 over on Fox 23, so you don't want to miss that. Lots of fun to talk about. Exciting to think we are going to have some warm weather and some fun events to get to. It'll help us get over this kind of rainy, drizzly day. For now, we're live in Saratoga Springs. I'm Nicole Lally for the News Center on 10 ABC.
Sounds good, Nicole. Thanks so much. 6:50 right now. Traffic and weather on the 10s. Yes, rainy, drizzly today, as she said, but the rest of the week looks good, Kenny.
That's right, Christina. So once we get past this afternoon, things really start to improve, but this we're seeing partly cloudy skies. Overall, everything looking pretty good for most of that 7-day forecast. Stephanie?
Looking good, Kenny. Thanks so much. Now let's take a look at all your top business stories this Tuesday morning. The stock market continues to climb higher. Monday saw another record-setting day with the S&P 500 hitting a new all-time closing high, while the NASDAQ, home to tech stocks such as Apple, Google, and Microsoft, rose to a new high for the year, inching its way towards its highest close in more than 12 years. Eastman Kodak is looking to emerge from bankruptcy with an unusual deal that turns over 2 businesses it was trying to shed to its UK retirees. The company has been selling assets and shutting businesses down since January 2012, but did not have many offers for the camera film business. Meanwhile, the UK Kodak pension plan claimed Kodak owed it $2.8 billion. So in a deal announced just yesterday, Kodak will turn over the personalized imaging business to the pensioners. And Chrysler's first quarter profit fell 65% compared to a year earlier. Profits fell because of decreased output at several factories that are preparing for the launch of a new vehicle, such as the 2014 Jeep Cherokee. And when we return, a look ahead what's coming up on the News Center in the Morning over on Fox 23.
Right now, you're watching the News Center in the Morning on 10 ABC, and we're back in just a moment.
And welcome back to the News Center on 10 ABC. I am Steve Teeling. Let's take a look at what's coming up next over on the News Center on Fox 23. New this morning, we are following a powerful explosion that has struck central Damascus in Syria. Syrian state TV says that at least 13 people are killed, 17 are wounded. Details on that coming up. Also, a very special first for a woman from Altamont who just became the first female field commander in division history. The News Center sits down one-on-one with her. Huge turbines are dotting the landscape in New York and Massachusetts, producing megawatts of green energy. So why would people living near these giant windmills want them out? The News Center's Taryn Kane will explain in a special report. And Memorial Day is a month away. How to get the best deals for the perfect weekend getaway. Boy, are we turning to that already? I guess vacations and holidays are never far out of somebody's mind,
Oh,
right?
no. This time of year, especially with the weather we're going to have starting tomorrow.
Not this morning. We're actually waking up to cloudy skies and actually a few scattered showers, but things will start to improve later today. Now, highs should be in the mid to upper 60s. The showers will move out by the mid-morning, early afternoon hours, but we're going to keep the cloud cover for the rest of the week, though. Look at those high temperatures in the 70s. We'll see partly, maybe mostly cloudy skies off and on for the next 6 days. It's really today with the showers and cloud cover we have to get past.
All right, Kenny, thanks so much. Good Morning America is up next.
That's right. We're all going to see you over on Fox 23. That's coming up at 7 o'clock in just a minute.
And if we don't see you there, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.